Teras, what do you have to say for yourself?
So komplett.
PoE.
How over Ethernet?
What?
What?
PoE over Ethernet. It's the ideal word to play, to be honest.
Little Dennings fuck us.
Edgar Allan PoE.
Alan.
I have a banana. And I'm not afraid to consume it.
A likely story.
Banana. An unlikely story.
The good thing is that Teras is distracted with PoE, so he doesn't even notice that the Discord isn't cropped properly.
I mean, not that I didn't notice, I just don't care.
A likely story.
Hello, Shadowcat. Happy New Year. Well, it's about to be a lot less happy for Teras.
No, don't be silly. I don't have any happiness left to be drained.
It can go into the negatives. And you have other Teras, you have other things that can be drained.
Oh no.
It's kind of kinky.
He's gonna suck my dick and call me gay.
Classic maneuver.
It's not like you're gonna stop me.
I would.
What about your wood?
How much wood could a wood if a wood could wood?
6.
Yeah. Seems pretty legit, actually.
So, Teras set up a face reveal event, so apparently there's going to be a face reveal.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what Skyus comes up with.
Exactly. Yeah, so Teras prepared something. I don't know what it is, so it's a surprise for everyone except for him. Come on, Teras. Show us the true face of God.
You know the true things of God, Exile.
You know, unlike certain lazy fucks, I actually found something.
I didn't.
Are you ready?
No.
Yeah. Because you can't be. But you should pretend to be ready.
I won't. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, no one was ready for that.
I told you can't be ready.
That is just impressive.
You know what's even more?
Look at all those hair.
You know what's even more impressive?
Yeah, go on. It's the size of my cock. Fucking god.
It's the true face of God, Exile.
He's got more.
No, that's all I got. I just happened to find these. Somebody had to do something.
What a unit. I knew Skyus wouldn't disappoint.
Oh, no, you owe me.
What do I owe you?
Worth it. I'll figure that out.
How about a divine?
How about a divine intervention? Yeah, how about a divine intervention? Or in the words of Ecclesiastes 1. The words of Ecclesiastes, the son of David, the king of Jerusalem. Ecclesiastes said, "Vanity of vanities, and all is vanity."
That's a lot of vanities.
That sounds like you when you're playing Path of Exile.
Glorious vanity.
I prefer pro vanity. What more does a man have from all his labor as he labors under the sun? A generation passes away and a generation arrives, but the earth stands forever. The sun rises and sets. It returns to its place.
Do you know what else stands forever?
Your boner?
Yes.
Good. And returns to its place.
It's
And from
been
there,
7 weeks.
being
Please
born
help.
again, it circles through the south and arcs towards the north. The spirit continues on, illuminating everything in its circuit and turning again in its cycle. All rivers enter into the sea, and the sea does not overflow. To the place from which the rivers go out, they return so that they may flow again. Such things are difficult. Man is not able to explain them with words. The eye is not satisfied by seeing, nor is the ear fulfilled by hearing. What is it that has existed? The same shall exist in the future. What is it that has been done? The same shall continue to be done. There is nothing new under the sun. Neither is anything able to say, Behold, this is new.
Okay.
For it has already been brought forth in the ages that were before us. There is no remembrance of the former things. Indeed, neither shall there be any record of past things in the future, for those who will exist at the very end. I, Ecclesiastes, was king of Glasgow at Jerusalem, and I was determined in my mind to seek and to investigate wisely concerning all that is done under the sun. Skytus has given this very difficult task to the sons of men, so that they may be occupied by it. I have seen all that is done under the sun, and behold,
Under the sun.
all is emptiness and an affliction upon the spirit. A word.
Affliction.
The perverse are unwilling to be corrected, and the number of the foolish is boundless. I have spoken in my heart, saying, Behold,
For fuck's sake.
I have
You
achieved.
stop beholding for 5 minutes.
I have achieved mediocreness, and I have surpassed all the wise men who were before me in Jerusalem. Now that's a fucking sentence. And my mind has contemplated many things wisely, and I have learned. And I have dedicated my heart so that I may know prudence and doctrine.
And then he died.
And then he died indeed. And also error and foolishness. Yet I recognize that in these things also there is hardship and affliction of the spirit. Because of this, with much wisdom, there's also much anger. Level 21. And whoever adds knowledge also adds hardship. Greetings, Mr. Stash.
Or soft ship. Like some soft ship.
How about a soft car? Why does it have to be a ship? No, me already died.
Funny.
Funny? I was funny once. They locked me in a
Yeah,
VC.
you're not anymore.
A Discord VC. A Discord VC with Teras. And I drive Teras crazy. Crazy?
Oh.
I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A
Softly
rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Would you prefer if I stopped talking?
No, just stop making really stupid jokes. Or implying the notion of making stupid jokes. Because that's as bad as the jokes themselves.
Good.
Or possibly even worse.
Is it a hard drive? I think Teras has a hard drive.
I don't actually have a soft drive. It only gets hard on Tuesdays.
Ecclesiastes 2. I said in my heart, I will go forth and overflow with delights, and I will enjoy good things. And I saw that this too is emptiness. Laughter I considered an error. And to rejoicing I said, why are you being deceived to no purpose?
Why are you running?
I decided in my heart to withdraw my flesh from wine, so that I might bring my mind to wisdom and turn away from foolishness until I see.
Was he bathing in wine?
Until I see what is useful for the sons of men and what they ought to do under the sun during the number of the days of their life. Sounds a lot like not you. Not drinking wine?
Enjoy wine.
If your drive is hard for more than 8 hours, consult your doctor. So you said only on Tuesdays. For how long?
Like the whole day.
Yeah, you should probably get that checked out.
No.
I magnified my works. I built houses for myself, and I planted vineyards. I made gardens and orchards, and I planted them with trees of every kind. And I dug out fish ponds of water so that I might irrigate the forest of growing trees. I obtained men and women servants, and I had a mediocre family, as well as herds of cattle and mediocre flocks of sheep, beyond all who were
I
before
suppose there
me in
would be no
Jerusalem.
point irrigating a forest if it's not growing, is it?
Well, I mean, if it's not growing, maybe it's because you're not irrigating it, so...
Well, they're irrigating a forest of growing trees.
Your overanalysis is rather irritating.
I like irrigating things.
I amassed for myself silver and gold and the wealth of kings and governors. I chose men and women singers and the delighters of the sons of men, bowls and pitchers for the purpose of pouring wine. And I surpassed in opulence all who were before me in Jerusalem. My wisdom also persevered with me. And all that my eyes desired, I did not refuse them. Neither did I prohibit my heart from enjoying every pleasure and from amusing itself in the things that I had prepared. And I regarded this as my share, as if I were making use of my own labors. So he's just enslaving himself. But when I turned myself toward all the works that my hands had made, and to the labors in which I had perspired to no purpose, I saw emptiness and affliction, a word, of the soul in all things, and that nothing is permanent under the sun.
Under the sun.
I continued so as to contemplate wisdom, as well as error and foolishness. What is man, I said, that he would be able to follow his maker, the king? And I saw that wisdom surpasses foolishness, so much so that they differ as much as light from darkness. The eyes of a wise man are in his head.
Head? The head once.
Yes, Teras, did you know that the eyes of a wise man are in his head?
No, I thought they were in his fucking armpits.
A foolish man walks in darkness, yet I learned that one would pass away like the other.
Oh.
No, that's a fucking
Can you read that again?
The eyes of a wise man are in his head. A foolish man walks in darkness, yet I learned that one would pass away like the other.
No, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Wait, so that implies that a foolish man has his eyes somewhere else, which is why he can't see, and they die regardless of where their eyes are. But yeah, so if you have your eyes in your head, that means you're a wise man.
Does that mean we're all wise?
Wise man safe near a tree by the river.
Yeah, they feel pretty wise.
There's a hole in the ground where the old man of Triple Aaron goes around and around.
A hole in the wall.
Foolish man sees out of his ass. Exactly. That is Kershaw. There you go. I knew you had a nick for that. And I said in my heart, if the death with one F of both the foolish and myself will be one, how does it benefit me if I have given myself more thoroughly to the work of wisdom? And as I was speaking within my own mind, I said in my heart, blah, 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 blah. And as I was speaking within my own mind, so heart and mind are the same thing. They are synonymous. Otherwise, I don't get it.
You're supposed to get it.
Well, then you get it.
I don't need to get it.
Well, somebody has to get it.
Egg, do you get it?
I don't get it.
What?
Gee, Egg gets it. We're sorry, but we can move on now.
Egg get the short end of the stick. Your stick. The very short one. And as I was speaking within my own mind, I perceived that this too is emptiness. For there will not be a remembrance in perpetuity of the wise nor of the foolish, and the future times will cover everything together with oblivion. Oh. Oblivion was already announced back then?
Dropped in ages. Thanks.
The learned die in a manner similar to the unlearned, and because of this, my life wearied me, since I saw that everything under the sun is evil,
Under the sun.
and everything is empty and an affliction of the spirit. A word. Again, I detested all my efforts by which I had earnestly labored under the sun. I need a new Teras, mine broke. Anybody got a replacement for me?
No, sorry, it's out of warranty.
To be taken up by an heir after me, though I know not whether he will be wise or foolish. And yet he will have power over my labors, in which I have toiled and been anxious. And is there anything else so empty?
No.
The more you know. Therefore I ceased, and my heart renounced further laboring under the sun. Still broken. For when someone labors in wisdom and doctrine and prudence, he leaves behind what he has obtained to one who is idle. So this, too, is emptiness and a mediocre burden. For how can a man benefit from all his labor and affliction of spirit, a word, by which he has been tormented under the sun? All his days have been filled with sorrows and hardships, neither does he rest his mind even in the night. And is this not emptiness? Is it not better to eat and drink, and to show his soul the good things of his labors? And this is from the hand of Skytus. So who will feast Tony and overflow with delights as much as I have? Skytus has given to the man who is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and rejoicing. But to the sinner he has given affliction, a word, and needless worrying, so as to add and to gather and to deliver to him who has pleased Skytus. But this, too, is emptiness and a hollow worrying of the mind.
Oh, fuck.
I still don't know what the fuck emptiness is. Teras model has been discontinued. Well, if that's what a model looks like, I don't know. I don't want to know what normal Teras people look like.
Oh, well.
There we go. Now you get it. Now you're thinking with Bible.
I am once again terrified of how smooth this vodka is, by the way. I can just drink it straight from the bottle and there is no burn. It's impressive.
I mean, it would be kind of weird if you drank it gay from the bottle. Like, how you gonna use the bottle? Just gotta gently tease it with your tongue as you drink, maybe.
I can deep throat it.
There you go. Attaboy.
Oh.
Ecclesiastes 3.
Don't mind me. Dying.
Good. All things have their time. And Teras' time has come right now.
Oh,
that is too fucking perfect.
I'm not mentally ready for this.
All things have their time, and all things under heaven continue during their interval. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to diffuse. Okay, fine, I'll read what it actually says. A time to plant and a time to pull up what was planted. Close enough. A time to kill.
This was a horrible idea.
A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up.
I'm just not. There's no
We
healing from
built
this.
this city. What?
I'm gonna fucking tear you down. I'm gonna grab both your ass cheeks and just open you like a book.
Sounds an awful lot like you're having a time to weep instead of and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather. A time to embrace and a time to be far from embraces. Embracer Group be like? A time to gain and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rent and a time to sue. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time of love and a time of hatred. A time of war
It's definitely time of hatred right now.
and a time of peace. What more does a man have from his labor? I have seen the affliction. Get it? A word. That Skytus has given to the sons of men in order that they may be occupied by it. He has made all things good in their time, and he has handed over the world to their disputes, so that man may not discover the work which Skytus made from the beginning. So that man may not discover the work which Skytus made from the beginning. Which Skytus made from the beginning. Which Skytus made from the beginning, even until the end. And I realize that there is nothing better than to rejoice and to do well in this life. For this is a gift from Skytus. When each man eats and drinks
Fucking gift, alright.
and sees all the good results of his labor. I have learned that all the works which Skytus has made continue. I have learned that all the works which Skytus has made continue on in perpetuity. Oh, I have learned that all the works which Skytus has made continue on in perpetuity. We are not able to add anything, nor take anything away, from those things which Skytus has made, in order that he may be feared. What has been made, the same continues. What is in the future has already existed. And Skytus restores what has passed away. I saw under the sun, instead of judgment, impiety, and instead of justagogus, iniquity. And I said, do you need a moment?
I need much longer than a moment. Just before this goes on for an unreasonably long amount of time, how long do you actually plan to wait?
3 to 5 moments.
Can you justify the length of a moment?
No, I can't justify that. What?
Can you clarify it? Shut up.
Around 10 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just wait for a bit then. It's a reasonable amount of time.
And I said in my heart, Skytus will judge the Justagog and the empires, and then the time for each matter shall be. I said in my heart about the sons of men that Skytus would test them and reveal them to be like wild animals. For this reason, the passing away of men and of Pistonians is one, and the condition of both is equal. For as a man dies, so also do they die. All things breathe similarly, and man has nothing more than Beastonian. For all these are subject to vanity, and all things continue on to one place. For from the earth they were made, and upon the earth they shall return together. Who knows if the spirit of the sons of Adam ascend upward, and if the spirit of the Bistonians descend downward? And I have discovered nothing to be better than for a man to rejoice in his work, for this is his portion. And who shall add to him so that he may know the things that will occur after him? Sounds an awful lot like they're just trying to brainwash people into enjoying work. Very weird. Ecclesiastes 4. I turned myself to other things, and I saw the false accusations which are carried out under the sun, and the tears of the innocent, and that there was no one to console them, and that they were not able to withstand their violence, being destitute of all help. And so I praised the dead more than the living. And happier than both of these, I judged him to be who has not yet been born, and who has not yet seen the evils which are done under the sun. Again, I was contemplating all the labors of men, and I took notice that their endeavors are open to the envy of their neighbor. And so, in this too, there is emptiness and superfluous anxiety. The foolish man folds his hands together, and he consumes his own flesh, saying, "A handful with the rest is better than both hands filled with labors and with affliction of the soul." A word. This book is beautiful, one of my favorites. What's your favorite book so far, Almighty Skytus? We can check after this chapter. After this chapter. While considering this, I also discovered another vanity under the sun. He is one, and he does not have a second. No son, no brother. And yet he does not cease to labor, nor are his eyes satisfied with wealth, nor does he reflect, saying, "For whom do I labor, and cheat my soul out of good things?" In this, too, is emptiness and a most burdensome affliction. He said the A word again.
It is, yes.
And therefore, it is better for two to be together than for one to be alone, for they have an advantage of their companionship. Ah, yes, Teras would agree with that.
I wouldn't.
If one falls, he shall be supported by the other. Woe to one who is alone, for when he falls, he has no one to lift him up. And if two are sleeping, they warm one another. Maybe we should try that someday. How can one person alone be warmed? Well, they could pee themselves, like any normal human.
It's a very extreme conclusion to jump to.
What do you do to keep yourself warm at night?
Have you heard of the concept of a blanket?
Well, that blanket is cold, so
Are you familiar with the concept of, thermal whatever conductivity or some shit? I don't know the
yes,
correct word for it.
I am familiar with the concept of thermal whatever. Thanks.
It's like a heat loop, You exude heat.
Yeah,
blanket
pee
absorbs
is
it.
a heat lube. It's very good lubricant.
Oh.
And if a man
can for this.
And if a man can prevail against one, two may withstand him, and a threefold cord is broken with difficulty.
I don't think you could withstand two. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't think you've got it in you, mate.
Two woo? Better is a boy, poor and wise, than a king, old and foolish, who does not know to look ahead for the sake of posterity. For sometimes one goes forth from prison and chains to a kingdom, while another, born to kingly power, is consumed by need. I saw all the living who are walking under the sun. Like every single one? How the fuck does that even work? And I
must have fucking been there for a while.
He must have gotten around a lot.
We just stood in one spot for a very long time.
Well, but why would every single living thing visit him?
Well, maybe he's really high up.
Maybe he's just really high. How about that?
Yeah.
And I saw the next generation who shall rise up in their places. The number of people out of all who existed before these is boundless, and those who will exist afterwards shall not rejoice in them. But this, too, is emptiness and an affliction of the spirit. A word again. They just can't let go of it. Guard your foot when you step into the house of Skytis, and draw near so that you may listen. For obedience is much better than the sacrifices of the foolish, who do not know the evil that they are doing. Let's see. My favorite book? Well, depends on which rating we go by.
Presumably the overall one.
But if we go by general, then I guess it's the Ruthless one. The Book of Ruth. I know I'm too lazy to move the cameras over.
I mean that was a good one.
Yeah.
It was really short, but surprisingly informative.
And otherwise, I would just say whichever ones have the best comedy and kinkiness rating. So, Ruth and Judges. And I mean, Tobit as well, kinda. Psalms. It had comedy and kinky, but it was overall miserable. So yeah,
Do
like
you know
screen
what? Do
ones.
you know what book is very underrated? And I mean, and I think I do mean literally.
Mein Kampf.
No, that's a fucking instant classic. That one. It's Genesis.
No. The other, the one that you have. What?
I'm Camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one. That's the good version.
That's a fucking throwback and a half. It was so long ago now. Jenny says. Who's Jenny?
Thanks, that's really cool.
Ecclesiastes 5. You should not speak anything rashly, nor should your heart be hasty to present a word before Skytus. Exactly, Teras. For Skytus is in heaven, and you are on earth. Sit, rat. For this reason, let your words be few.
Silence, you wench.
Dreams follow many worries, and in many words foolishness will be found. If you have vowed anything to Skytus, you should not delay to repay it, and whatever you have vowed, render it. Hey, Teras, remember that video?
Please shut up.
The Bible is on my side. Let it be known. I'm on the right side of history.
My fucking
This
God.
is great. But an unfaithful and foolish promise displeases him and confirm. And it is much better to not make a vow than, after a vow, not to fulfill what was promised. How about that, Teras? How about that? You should not use your mouth so as to cause your flesh to sin. And you should not say, in the sight of an angel, there is no providence. For Skytus, being angry at your words, may scatter all the works of your hands. Where there are many dreams, there are many vanities and innumerable words. Yet, truly, you must fear Skytus. If you see false accusations against the indigent and violent judgments and subverted justices in the government, do not be surprised over the situation. For those in high places have others who are higher, and there are still others more eminent over these. But finally, there is the king who rules over the entire earth, which is subject to him.
So who's above God then?
Me. I'm above God. A greedy man will not be satisfied by money, and whoever loves wealth will reap no fruit from it. Therefore, this too is emptiness. Where there are many riches, there will also be many to consume these things. And how does it benefit the one who possesses, except that he discerns the wealth with his own eyes? Sleep is sweet to one who works, whether he consumes little or much. But the satiation of a wealthy man will not permit him to sleep. There is even another most burdensome infirmity which I have seen under the sun. Wealth kept to the harm of the owner. For they are lost in a most grievous affliction. He has produced a son who will be in the utmost destitution. Just as he went forth naked from his mother's womb, so shall he return, and he shall take nothing with him from his labors. It is an utterly miserable infirmity that, in the same manner as he has arrived, so shall he return. How then does it benefit him, since he has labored for the wind? All the days of his life he consumes, in darkness and with many worries, and in distress as well as sadness. And so, this has seemed good to me, that a person should eat and drink, and enjoy the fruits of his labor, in which he has tailored under the sun, for the number of the days of his life that Skytus has given him. For this is his portion. And this is a gift from Skytus, that every man to whom Skytus has given wealth and resources, and to whom he has granted the ability to consume these, may enjoy his portion, and may find joy in his labors. And then he will not fully remember the days of his life, because Skytus occupies the heart with delight, his heart with delights. Is science above God? No, science is just fictional, made up to drive people away from the true God, from the truth of God. So obviously, science is not above God. But Cat Peasant gets it.
So I feel like this is just the thing. I'm gonna go take a piss. You have fun with the paradox of who's above God.
Ecclesiastes 6.
Yeah.
There is also another evil which I have seen under the sun, and indeed it is frequent among sus men. It is a man to whom Skytus has given wealth and resources and honor, and out of all that he desires, nothing is lacking to his life. Yet Skytus does not grant him the ability to consume these things, but instead a man who is a stranger will devour them. This is emptiness and a mediocre misfortune. If a man were to produce 100 children and to live for many years and to attain to an age of many days. Wait, what? And to live for many years and to attain an age of many days. That's literally the same thing. Both just mean getting old. And if his soul were to make no use of the goods of his resource, and if he were lacking even a burial, concerning such a man, I declare that a miscarried child is better than he.
I missed all the context. It's just this one bit. Thanks.
You're welcome. For he arrives without a purpose, and he continues on into darkness, and his name shall be wiped away into oblivion. Hey, that's you. He has
What did I do?
He has not seen under the sun, nor recognized the difference between good and evil. Even if he were to live for 2,000 years, and yet not thoroughly enjoy what is good, does not each one hurry on to the same place? Every labor of man is for his mouth, but his soul will not be filled. What do the wise men have which is more than the foolish? And what does the pauper have except to continue on to that place where there is life? It is better to see what you desire than to desire what you cannot know. But this too is emptiness and a presumption of spirit. Whoever shall be in the future, his name has already been called. And it is known that he is a man, and that he is not able to contend in judgment against one who is stronger than himself. There are many words, and many of these, in disputes, hold much emptiness. This entire book is just fucking word salad so far. With occasional, I'm 13 and this is deep lines dropped here and there.
I like it. It's very philosophical for no reason.
Well, I guess you're 13 and this is deep. 13 IQ, that is, of course. Ecclesiastes 7. Why is it necessary for a man to seek things that are mediocre than himself, when he does not know what is advantageous for himself in his life, during the number of the days of his sojourn, and while time passes by like a shadow? Or who will be able to tell him what will be in the future after him under the sun? A good name is better than precious ointments, and a day of death with one F is better than a day of birth. What? It is better to go to a house of mourning than to a house of festoning. For in the former, we are admonished about the end of all things, so that the living consider what may be in the future. Anger is better than laughter, for through sadness of the countenance, the soul of one who offends may be corrected. Hey, maybe that's why I'm constantly making you suffer and sad, because I need to correct your soul. The heart of the wise.
I'm gonna correct your ribs.
I'm going to rearrange them to alphabetical order.
No, I'm a speedrunner. I'm just gonna do rib skip. The heart of the wise is a place of mourning, and the heart of the foolish is a place of rejoicing. It is better to be corrected by a wise man than to be deceived by the false praise of the foolish. For, like the crackling of thorns burning under a pot, so is the laughter of the foolish. But this, too, is emptiness. A false accusation troubles the wise man and saps the strength of his heart. The end of a speech is better than the beginning. Patience is better than arrogance. Do not be quickly moved to anger, for anger resides in the sinews of the foolish. You should not say, "What do you think is the reason that the former times were better than they are now?" For this type of question is foolish. Back in my days. Wisdom with riches is more useful and more advantageous for those who see the sun.
Son.
It's none.
Oh, no, that's not. No. It's happening again.
I am a nun, not a snun. Well, I'm a Skytis nun, so I'm a
True
snun.
snun.
You fucking snun.
It's none of your business.
Snitch.
For as wisdom protects, so also does money protect. But learning and wisdom have this much more, that they grant life to one who possesses them. Consider the works of Skytis, that no one is able to correct whomever he has despised. In good times, enjoy good things, but beware of an evil time. For Justagog as Skytis has established the one...
Justagog.
Not established. For Justagog as Skytis has established the one, so also the other, in order that man may not find any Justagog complaint against him. Well, I'm pretty sure this is just wrong.
Yeah.
Justagog.
Yeah.
I also saw this in the days of my vanity. A Justagog man perishing in his Justagogus, and an impious man living a long time in his malice. Do not try to be overly Justagog, and do not try to be more wise than is necessary, lest you become stupid. Okay, so if you get too smart, it just overflows and you become stupid.
Oh yeah, there's an integer limit.
Yeah, so wisdom is an integer. We can safely conclude that. But that means you can also underflow. So if you smash the glass bottle on your head often enough, Teras, you know,
Flip my IQ.
You know what you call that? That's a fucking genius move, because that's what you'll become. Oh my fucking god. I'm just a gog. No, you're not a storefront. Do not act with mediocre impiety, and do not choose to be foolish, lest you die before your time. It is good for you to support a Justagog man. Furthermore, you should not withdraw your hand from him. For whoever fears Skytis neglects nothing. Well, unless he's a stranger, in which case you definitely should not support him. And under no circumstances should you ever stand up for him. Because that's just... We all know how that ends.
Just stand down for him.
That's fine. Just don't stand up for strangers.
Well,
Wisdom has strengthened the wise more than 10 princes of a city. But there is no Justagog man on earth who does good and does not sin. So then, do not attach your heart to every word that is spoken, lest perhaps you may hear your servant speaking ill of you. For your conscience knows. For your conscience knows that you, too, have repeatedly spoken evil of others. I have tested everything in wisdom. I have said, I will be wise. What is this, like Terminator?
yes.
And wisdom withdrew farther from me, so much more than it was before. Wisdom is very profound, so who shall reveal her? Ooh. I have examined all things in my soul, so that I may know and consider and seek out wisdom and reason, so that I may recognize the impiety of the foolish and the error of the imprudent. And I have discovered a woman more bitter than death with one F. She who is like the snare of a hunter, and whose heart is like a net, and whose hands are like chains. Whoever pleases Skytis shall flee from her. But whoever's a sinner shall be seized by her. Behold.
Yeah, right.
Ecclesiastes said, I have discovered these things, one after another, in order that I might discover the explanation which my soul still seeks and has not found. One man among us, 1,000 I have found. A woman among us,
One jar.
them all. Oh, what? A woman amongst us, them all I have found. I have not found. This alone have I discovered, that Skytus made man righteous, and yet he has adulterated himself with innumerable questions. Who is so mediocre as the wise? And who has understood the meaning of the word? I definitely haven't understood any of this, so...
Oh no, it's all just fucking gibberish at this point.
Oh dear. Hey Teras.
I miss Genesis. Yeah, go on, Nick.
Have a quick look at my screen.
I am, yes. I don't do that. I'm actively inviting you to not do that. In fact, I will literally PayPal you money to not do that.
Ecclesiastes 8. The wisdom of a man shines in his countenance, and even the expression of a most powerful man will change. I heed the mouth of the king, and the commandment of an oath to Skytus. You should not hastily withdraw from his presence, nor should you remain in an evil work, for all that pleases him he will do. And his word is filled with authority. Neither is anyone able to say to him, Why are you acting this way? Whoever No, you? Whoever keeps the commandment will not experience evil. The heart of wise men understands the time to respond. For every matter, there is a time and an opportunity, as well as many difficulties for a man. For he is ignorant of the past, and he is able to know nothing of the future by means of a messenger. It is not the power of a man to prohibit the spirit, nor does he have authority over the day of death with one F, nor is he permitted to rest when war breaks out, and neither will impiety save the impious. I have considered all these things, and I have applied my heart to all the works which are being done under the sun.
Under the sun.
I have a strongly malfunctioning Teras. Sometimes one man rules over another to his own harm. I have seen the empires buried. These same, while they were still living, were in the holy places, and they were praised in the city. As workers of justice. But this too is emptiness. For the sons of men perpetrate evils without any fear, because judgment is not pronounced quickly against the evil. But although a sinner may do evil of himself 100 times, and by patience still endure, I realize that it will be well with those who fear Skytus and who revere his face. No. Reveal his face.
Jesus reveal us.
So, may it not go well with the empires, and may his days not be prolonged, and let those who do not fear the face of the Lord pass away like a shadow. There is also another vanity which is done upon the earth. There are the Justagog to whom evils happen, as though they had done the works of the empires. And there are the empires who are very secure, as though they possess the deeds of the Justagog. But this too I judge to be a very mediocre vanity. And so I praise rejoicing, because there was no good for a man under the sun, except to eat and drink, and to be cheerful, and because he may take nothing with him from his labor in the days of his life, which Skytus has given to him under the sun. And I applied my heart, so that I might know wisdom, and so that I might understand a disturbance that turns upon the earth. It is the man who takes no sleep with his eyes, day and night. And I understood that man is able to find no explanation for all those works of Skytus which are done under the sun. And so, the more that he labors to seek, so much the less does he find. Yes, even if a wise man were to claim that he knows, he would not be able to discover it. Is there an egg? I don't know.
No.
At least not in my fridge. But there's a banana. Teras, do you have an egg?
I have some rubber eggs.
Ripped for her pleasure?
No, just a smooth egg.
Don't like this.
Yeah, don't think you would.
You've been struck
Yeah.
by a smooth
Yeah.
egg in a...
Are you ribbed for her pleasure?
That's personal information, I'm afraid.
Fair enough.
Are you ripped through her pleasure? Do you even lift? Who? But the answer is no.
Well, you technically lift yourself up.
Yeah, I was about to say, I guess it depends on your definition. Oh, and I lift my spirits while dragging down yours.
Classic Skytus.
But in return, you lift up your spirit and pour it into your mouth.
Gonna have a beer.
Wow.
That spirit was fucking.
Honestly, with how much beer you've
Expensive.
been drinking, we should start calling you Beardy.
Why do I willingly hang out with you? It's been so nice. We literally haven't physically spoken in like a month. It's been so peaceful. It's so incredibly pleasant.
Was it
Why
ripped for
do
your
I-
pleasure?
Why do I repeatedly do this to myself?
You haven't answered my question. Are you Beardy? Should we call you Beardy?
Prefer you didn't. If that's
How
right.
about Beardy's nuts? yeah, I bet you'd like those.
How long would you wait to ask that?
No comment.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You always have to wait for the right moment.
There's never a right moment for anything that Skytus says. That's kind of his entire shtick. His whole thing is saying things at the most inconvenient times possible.
Ecclesiastes 9. Doch. I'm sure at least one person is gonna get that. I have drawn all these things through my heart, so that I might carefully understand. There are justagogue men as well as wise men, and their works are in the hands of Skytus. And yet a man does not know so much as whether he is worthy of love or of hatred. But all things in the future remain uncertain, because all things happen equally to the justagogue and to the impious, to the good and to the bad, to the pure and to the impure, to those who offer sacrifices and to those who despise sacrifices. As the good are, so also are sinners. As those who commit perjury are, so also are those who swear to the truth. This is a very, very mediocre burden among us, all things that are done under the sun. That the same things happen to everyone. And when the hearts of the sons of men are filled with malice and contempt in their lives, afterwards they shall be dragged down to hell. There is no one who lives forever, or who even has confidence in this regard. A living dog is better than a dead lion.
A dumb thing to say.
I wouldn't go in the quote book.
I like that. That's really
Yeah,
stupid. I like it. It's such a nonsensically stupid thing to say. Oh, honestly.
I knew you'd need a moment for that too. Yeah, that's well, the living dog is better than a dead lion.
That's just. Oh, God.
For the living know that they themselves will die, yet truly the dead know nothing anymore, nor do they have any recompense. For the memory of them is forgotten. Likewise, love and hatred and envy have all perished together, nor have they any place in this age and in the work which is done under the sun.
Under the sun.
Why is it always under the sun? Why is it never under the daughter?
That's kind of gay.
True. A dead lion. No, a dead lion, not a dead lion. Ooh.
Teras, though.
So then, go and eat your bread with rejoicing, and drink your wine with gladness. That line's for you, me. For your works are pleasing to Skytus. Let your garments be white at all times, and let not oil be absent from your head.
Oily.
Let your garments be white at all times, and let not oil be absent from your head. What? Enjoy life with the wife whom you will love. Oh, I thought they were gonna have some sick rhymes here. With the wife whom you'll love all the days of your uncertain life, which have been given to you under the sun during all the time of your vanity. For this is your portion in life and in your labor, with which you labor under the sun. Yeah, can we repeat the same thing maybe a few more times and word it ever so slightly differently?
How about a couple?
Sounds like a thing the Bible will do. Whatever your hand is able to do, do it earnestly. For neither work, nor reason, nor wisdom, nor knowledge will exist in death with one F, toward which you are hurrying. I turned myself toward another thing, and I saw that under the sun, the race is not to the swift, nor to the battle to the what? The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor wealth to be learned, nor grace to the skillful. But there is a time and an end for all these things. Man does not know his own end. But just as fish are caught in with a hook, and birds are captured with a snare, so are men seized with the evil time, and when it will suddenly overwhelm them. This wisdom, likewise, I have seen under the sun, and I have examined it intensely. There was a small city with a few men in it. There came against it a mediocre king who surrounded it and built fortifications all around it, and the blockade was completed. And there was found within it a poor and wise man, and he freed the city through his wisdom, and nothing was recorded afterward of that poor man. And so I declared that wisdom is better than strength. But how is it then that the wisdom of the poor man is treated with contempt, and his words are not heeded? The words of the wise are heard in silence, more so than the outcry of a prince amongst us, the foolish. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, and whoever offends in one thing shall lose many good things. Needs to be under the sun so they can circumcise them while they are there. Well, technically, just circumcise without the cursing. Oh, that's a solid point you're raising. What the hell message? The under the sun thing is the beautiful part of this book / poem.
Under the sun.
Teras would agree.
Up where it's drier.
Kind of gives the feeling that at the end of every line and thus every step of your journey, everything will be all right, pure and bright. Oh, I'm sure Teras will be pretty bright by the end of this if he keeps going at the current pace. Everything was ubu. Actually, this year is crap, so unhappy new year to me. Well, at least you don't have snow. Oh, wait. Ecclesiastes 10. Dying flies ruin the sweetness of the ointment. Wisdom and glory is more precious than a brief and limited foolishness. The heart of a wise man is in his right hand, and the heart of a foolish man is in his left hand. Hey, Teras, show me your hands. Where's your heart?
Whose heart?
Where is your heart? In which hand? Is it in your left or your right hand?
A cat buzzing cat bonk 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 cat bonk.
I think I lost it.
You heartless motherfucker.
Where is your heart?
Oh, I know where that is. I'm gonna go look at shrimp. It is shrimp break.
Moreover, as a foolish man is walking along the way, even though he himself is unwise, he considers everyone to be foolish. If the spirit of one who holds authority rises over you, do not leave your place, because attentiveness will cause the mediocrest sins to cease. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, proceeding from the presence of a prince as if by mistake. A foolish man appointed to a high dignity, and the rich sitting beneath him. I have seen servants on horses and princes walking on the ground like servants. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and whoever tears apart a hedge, a snake will bite him. Whoever carries away stones will be harmed by them, and whoever cuts down trees will be wounded by them. If the iron is dull, and if it was not that way before, but has been made dull by much labor, then it will be sharpened, and wisdom will follow after diligence. Whoever slanders in secret is nothing less than a snake that bites silently. Words from the mouth of a wise man are graceful, but the lips of a foolish man will throw him down with violence. At the beginning of his words is foolishness, and at the end of his talk is a most grievous error. The fool multiplies his words. A man does not know what has been before him, and who is able to reveal to him what will be, and who is able to reveal to him what will be in the future after him? The hardship of the foolish will afflict those who do not know to go into the city. Woe to you, the land whose king is a boy and whose princes consume in the morning. Ah, yes, come in the morning. My favorite. Blessed is the land whose king is noble and whose princes eat at the proper time for refreshment and not for self-indulgence. By laziness, a framework shall be brought down, and by weakness of hands, a house shall collapse through. While laughing, they make bread and wine, so that the living may feastonian. And all things are obedient to money. You should not slander the king, even in your thoughts, and you should not speak evil of a wealthy man, even in your private chamber. For even the birds of the air will carry your voice, and whatever has wings will announce your opinion. Hey, Teras, do you have wings?
I don't think so.
Have you checked the freezer?
Not on the drumsticks.
Damn. I guess Teras is not going to announce my opinion. Sorry, guys. Maybe next stream. Yeah, your year will become better under the sun for the 3 hours that it appears every day. Amazing. You say it's 3.5 hours if you move a bit south. Oh, you could go even further, but yeah. Or just make your own sun with blackjack and Teras.
I don't think I'd be a very good fit. I'm a creature of the night by nature.
Deep in the night.
More like by night, sure.
What?
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 But hookers are creatures of the night too. Who said anything about hookers? What do you mean?
You did.
No. When did I say
Not
anything
sure.
about hookers?
You said blackjack and hookers.
No. I said blackjack
Yes.
and Teras. But apparently we have already come to the conclusion and accepted the fact that Teras is indeed a hooker. Thank you. You've played yourself.
I wish I was a hooker.
Hey. Do you really?
Teras is a vampire.
Yeah.
But
Very likely story.
He's still alive. Does that make him a vampire survivor?
Shut up. I don't understand what is everyone's obsessions with that game and all the other versions of that game. Oh, it's mirrored. What? Why?
You told me to shut up.
That didn't translate to stare at me intently.
What else am I going to do if I shut up?
I don't know. Fucking pick your nose or something. Leave me out of it.
How about I pick your nose?
Can you don't?
Ecclesiastes 11. Cast your bread over running waters, for after a long time you shall find it again.
Yeah, do you enjoy bread?
Excuse me,
Why
what?
would I?
Why wouldn't you?
Who enjoys bread?
I fucking love bread.
I mean, you make a valid point.
Teras, I need more of your attention.
Especially sourdough bread. That shit fucking slaps. Like that fresh stuff from Lidl.
I
It
mean,
is fucking
bread
crunchy on the
can
outside.
slap, but have you tried a whip? That's much better at slapping.
Have you ever considered that you're crunchy on the outside?
No, pretty soft, to be fair.
Teras is a softie.
you-
I don't think crunchy is the
But-
correct terminology.
but
here.
do you have
I
a
think chewy would be closer. I
But-
think chewy would be definitely closer.
But do you have a crunchy snack?
No. Well, below I do have peanuts.
Please do not show your peanuts on stream. That's against
I'm
TOS.
gonna show my peanuts.
Oh no, Teras is going to show us peanuts.
No, they've reverted the terms of service to update. Unfortunately, you can't do that now.
I'll get the
Oh no,
the shells.
Teras! Somebody block it! No, it's don't look away.
I do like how Twitch did allow some forms of nudity for like all of 2 days.
And then they realised how bad an idea it was.
I wish they kept it so I could have just like did the fucking paint me like one of your French girls pose on my couch while Skype is pretending to grow me. Oh man. I would have read the Bible like that. With my dick out.
It's just wearing a fig leaf.
Yeah, on my nipples.
Oh no.
I'm so disappointed that they reverted the change before we had another stream.
I mean, there are certain other platforms if we ever decide to do a special episode.
Oh no. OnlyFans went.
Well, I mean, if you pay me enough.
Yeah, that is the point of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
We got
I'm
him,
very
guys. We
morally-
got him. He just officially confirmed that he is in fact a hooker. If you pay him enough, he will undress on camera for you. So
I'm very morally flexible for the right price. And the right price isn't even that much. Holy shit, these peanuts are fucking awesome.
Hey,
I haven't
Teras.
ate them yet. What is it?
cast your bread over running waters, for after a long time you shall find it again.
I don't want to. I will make it all soggy.
But after a long
There's
time
there's nothing I hate more than soggy bread.
But after a long time
Soggy
you shall
biscuit.
find it again.
What is it going to be dry by the time I find it?
I pled the fifth.
Wow. What I have to deal with,
Or
guys.
whichever one it is, I don't remember.
I don't even know what it is that you're referring to, but hey. Something
You-
Americans.
One of the amendments that you don't have to incriminate yourself.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
You have to right
America,
to
I'm
remain
so
silent.
convinced America isn't a real place.
Is there
There's no way.
someone?
There's no way an incompetent place like that continues to exist for this long.
Well, is
I refuse to believe.
Is there someone here who isn't a hooker? Well, I mean, for €5, I will dress up. So if you consider that, then I don't know. Egg, are you a hooker?
No, I don't play rugby.
Well, there you go. I mean, I
Fuck
will undress
off.
for free, so I guess I'm not.
Actually, fuck off, Egg. That is often the new most Skytist thing you've ever said. I hope you're proud of yourself.
It's technically correct as well.
Fuck off. Fucking you rugby playing fuck.
But we
I'm gonna-
ascertained that I'm not.
Better a
I'm
rugby
gonna
playing
sign you
fuck
up
than a
for a
fucky
rugby
playing
newsletter.
rug.
You're gonna be sent to your fucking house.
Ecclesiastes 11. Cast your bread over running waters, for after a long time you shall find it again. Give a portion to 7, and indeed even to 8. For you do
8
not know
what?
what evil may be upon the earth in the future.
So can I just give it to 8 ants?
No, just to 8. You know 8?
just 8, okay.
Yes. If the clouds have been filled, they will pour forth rain upon the earth. If a tree falls to the south or to the north or to whatever
Yeah.
direction it may fall, there
Yeah.
it shall
Do
remain.
you like peanuts?
I would like to hear peanut.
Yeah, I suppose they're alright.
No.
Why'd you ask?
Oh, I've got a bag of peanuts and shells that's been sitting on my shelf for like a month.
Very likely story.
And I decided to have one because I was holding the bag.
Oh,
And now I can't stop eating them now because they're fucking great.
Welcome to the world of peanuts. Whoever
They're almost
heats...
a bit. I think they might be a bit stale because they're almost a bit chewy. But actually, I think that adds to the experience. I think peanuts should generally be a bit chewy.
Wait, aren't you chewy as well? Didn't you say that earlier?
you are what you eat.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Good thing you're not Australian, though. Otherwise, you'd be a
Yeah, you don't want the
stalemate.
flavour of Australians lingering in your mouth.
I'm so glad I didn't hear what Skytus said because whatever Egg said is just better than whatever Skytus would have came up with.
I can repeat it anytime.
There's nothing you can say that will top what Egg said.
Are you sure? I'm gonna say that's up for debate.
Mine and Egg's exposure to you has just been a terrible fucking influence.
Exposure.
That's exactly what I mean.
Exactly. How do I ban egg? It's just a gog.
No, it's cat peasant talking that.
Okay.
They lost at rugby. Boiled it for 5 minutes. Whoever heeds the wind will not sow, and whoever considers the clouds will never reap. In the same manner that you do not know the way of the Spirit, nor the way that bones are joined together in the womb of a pregnant woman, so you do not know the works.
You do a naughty way.
So you do not know the works of Skytus, who is the maker of all. In the morning sow your seed, and in the evening do not let your hand cease.
Well, he's not really the maker of all, is he?
Well, he's the maker of these nuts. For you do not know which of these may rise up, the one or the other. But if both rise up together, so much the better. Light is pleasant, and it is delightful for the eyes to see the sun. Ah, yes, I enjoy staring at the sun for hours upon hours.
It's like that ASDF movie clip. It's like, hey, you over here. And looks up at the sun, and the sun goes, I got you.
If a man lives for many years, and if he has rejoiced in all of these, he must remember the many days of the dark times, which, when they will have arrived, will accuse the past of vanity. It's good that you can entertain yourself at least, because I'm not going to entertain you.
Yeah, entertaining me by trying not to laugh.
So then, rejoice, O young man, in your mouth. Wait, what?
Not sure about this statement.
Hold on. So then, rejoice, O young man, in your youth. Oh, maybe I should read this properly. No, mouth is.
I said young man.
You know what? This is now mouth.
Change it.
Wrong one. Hold on. So then, rejoice, O young man, in your mouth, and let your heart remain in what is good during the days of your youth, and walk in the ways of your heart, and with the perception of your eyes, and know that concerning all these things, guidance will bring you to judgment. Remove anger from your heart, and set aside evil from your flesh, for youth and pleasure are empty.
That's okay. I got a cough drop.
Rejoice your
You are a cough
mouth.
Am I a cough drop now?
Yes.
So next time you got a cough, are you gonna put me in your mouth?
No, because I don't usually eat cough drops.
Well, maybe you should.
Maybe I should.
What
What do you say to that?
Well, let
Yep.
me just get my dick up real quick then.
All right. Okay.
I'll not have any tape near me. Hold on. That's okay. It's fine. It's okay. I got tape. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I need to drink more. Hold on. Let me just tape my peanuts.
Your penis.
I gotta seal my peanuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Actually.
I mean, you don't want them going more stale than they already are.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe you do. Maybe you just want them more chewy, but you know.
Oh, it's questionable.
Hey, Teras.
Do you like your peanuts chewy?
Do you?
Well, as it turns out, yes.
Crunchy
Oh,
snake.
okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
It doesn't change the flavor. It just changes the texture.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's a spice melange.
And normally peanuts tend to kind of get in your teeth. You kind of like crunch them and
Teras
they just
likes
kind of
his-
like gum up your teeth. But
Yeah.
like for some reason, the chew ones they just kind of don't. They don't really stay in your teeth. They just
Yeah.
kind of
That's yeah.
eat them. And
Mhm,
it's
yeah.
great, honestly.
Teras
Yeah.
likes his peanuts well done. Okay, but
I
Teras.
think medium is a bit more.
But
Medium
Teras.
to medium rare is probably a better choice.
Since you mentioned tape, I found this here. Do you know what this is? I think you can see.
Is it a strip of sellotape folded over itself?
No. It's a tapeworm.
I'll fucking show you a tapeworm. Hold on, I'm just go eat a whole fucking raw packet of bacon.
How can God be Jesus, the Father, and the Holy Spirit at the same time?
Juices.
I don't know. Ask him. He's right here.
Well, but is God Jesus though? Isn't that his son?
Yeah.
None.
And sure, he is the father, I suppose, in this situation. But then he also referred to priests as the father, although, yeah, no, they had
Yeah.
priests.
There's nothing farther from the truth.
So then, who's the Holy Spirit then?
Look to your left, Teras.
Yes.
Is it Danny DeVito?
Not that far. I'm sure
No,
there's.
it's a wall.
Okay, I guess it's to your right then.
Oh, right.
Look down
Yeah,
on
right.
the floor. Where's your fucking alcohol? For fuck's sake!
It's down here under my desk.
Well, there you go.
Suppose there's someone on my right and someone on my left because I have it in a little nook under my desk. But this bottle is too tall, so I just keep it on the floor.
Yeah, so you're just surrounded by an all-encompassing aura of Holy Spirit.
I mean, I also have is tequila a Holy Spirit?
I mean, if you unscrew the bottle, you'll see that it is in fact Holy Spirit.
But that's not a hole.
I mean,
There's a whole Vsauce video about this, guys. Come
There's
on.
a whole
And we
Vsauce
both
video
watched
about it.
I know for a fact that both of you watched it. This isn't a hole. You could flatten this object into a disc with no holes. This is not a geometric hole.
if you freeze it and then you make a hole in it, it's got a hole.
Oh yeah, if you make a hole in it, it'll have a hole. It'll turn into a really oddly shaped straw.
It'd be a Holy Spirit.
It's a hole, just not
But
a
it doesn't have a
hole.
hole right now.
No, it's
Right
a
now,
hole,
it's
but it's a hole.
holeless.
It could have a hole.
Well, see, that's kind of we won't know until we try a situation.
In which case, it both has a hole and doesn't have a hole simultaneously.
Yes,
until it's observed.
Because if I put a hole in this, it could just shatter into a million bits.
But it could not.
It could, yeah. It depends how I do it.
All I'm hearing is
where's my drill?
all I'm hearing is there's a lot of content right ahead of us. He is sus and far away in the holy state. Exactly. Why are you atheist though? Who?
Who's atheist?
All of us.
I was
All of the above.
yeah. So you're gonna have to specify Yodomai. Who are you asking?
I mean, you're asking. There's a you in that question, and there is 3 of us here. Please be more specific.
Are you an atheist?
We're the
guys?
unholy
Yes.
trinity.
Tequila heads aren't holy. Tequila sucks.
Oh shit, guys! Hey yo, guess who's got some wine left from like a year ago?
Lime, did you say?
Wine.
Oh, okay.
Well, I suppose a year ago wasn't that long ago.
Wait, I mean,
literally last week.
No. A year ago is different to last year. Those are two different things.
Nah,
Teras had a few too many drops already, it seems.
A year ago is the 6th of January.
Drops of IQ, that is.
2023.
Which, to be fair, wasn't that long ago.
That was a year ago.
A year isn't that long.
It's a fairly long amount of time.
I mean,
as far as time goes.
How far does time go?
It could be longer.
You're getting old, mate.
I mean, so are you fucking fossil.
No, you.
You're literal fucking pensioner.
I'm not a pensioner.
Pension her?
I'm more than halfway to being one, but I'm not one.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
No, I'm not. You're right.
Are you
Exactly. My point is proven.
Are you guys ingesting substances?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm. Oh boy, am I. I mean, I got a lot of substances to ingest. You know what else I've got? Actually, I'm gonna try this actually because it's been a couple of days now. So I had a lot of clementines, and I put them in a jar with vodka.
One man, one clementine jar.
Hey, would you like some clementines and vodka?
Anal clementines.
That's not a particularly big jar, though. That's a rather clementine jar.
I mean, you could technically shove the clementines up your ass and then absorb the alcohol through the mucous membrane in your asshole.
That is in fact an option. If I could fucking open a jar.
I like how that's the deciding factor here. Not the intake methodology.
There's nothing wrong with the intake methodology.
Player story coming
Hold
up.
on, I've got another jar.
Teras.
I've got not one. I got 2 jars.
Teras, don't you?
This one's tequila.
Teras,
Tequila.
No.
don't you have pliers to help you open those?
If I try to open a jar with a pair of pliers, we're gonna be back to the whole glass shattering conundrum of the bottle.
Does the jar have a metal lid?
Yes.
Put a screwdriver right in the middle at the top and then whack it with a hammer.
That's literally a good idea.
Well, I'd like to be able to reuse this jar because I'm a fucking. I like to put salads in my jar. Shut up.
Yeah, right. How about a Dremel?
Oh boy, I've got a couple of those.
Teras.
Well, actually, also, it's technically not a Dremel, it's a rotary carver. A Dremel's a company that makes rotary carvers, but, it's an easy mistake to make.
Teras.
Dremel makes
fucking
other
Hoover.
things that aren't rotary carvers. Dremel
Yeah,
also makes saws and other tools.
Yeah. Good talk, you fucking Hoover.
I am not allowed to open either of these two jars because I'm either too mentally incompetent, too retarded, or starting on the fucking... It's past my bedtime or something, I don't know. I'm just not allowed to open them.
Teras, look at the chat. There's a video about opening jars for you online, Teras. It's easy, so you don't need hands.
I've been around the internet for long enough to know where this is going.
What are you implying? Are you telling Cat Peasant to shove this idea up his own ass?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
All right, hang on, Teras. I've got a solution for you.
Oh.
Is the solution alcohol?
Oh. Please, whatever you're I'm not gonna like whatever you're gonna send me. Just don't.
Ecclesiastes 12. Remember
Shut
your
up,
creator.
ecclesiastic fuck.
Ecclesiastes 12. Remember your creator in the days of your youth, before the time of affliction arrives and the years draw near, about which you will say,
I don't like Egg's laughter.
"These
That
do
is,
not please
that is
me."
literally never a good sign. Never in the history of me knowing Egg did he say, "Hold on, I'll send you something," and then laughed, and then it was anything good. It's not good.
Maybe it's a good cosign, though.
There's nothing good about what's about to happen. I am actively living in fear right now.
Before the sun and the light and the moon and the stars are darkened and the clouds return after the rain, when the guardians of the house will tremble,
Softly don't.
and the strongest men will waver, and those who grind grain will be idle, except for a small number, and those who look through the keyholes will be darkened. The fuck did I just read?
I don't know, something about keyholes. I wasn't listening.
Or better a keyhole than a peehole. And they will close the doors to the street.
I mean, can you have both? What if the key?
What if the key was made out of pee?
Oh.
Here you go, you weekended fuck.
For fuck's sake! Oh my god! Oh, the best part of this is I will use this.
Yeah.
Shut up. Actually, fuck off. Oh.
Let me just share a few guys. Hang on.
Do I want this?
I've just purchased Teras something from Amazon.
I just want to point out, for elderly suffering from arthritis.
Yeah. 3 pieces jar opener for weekends.
I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow to open my jar.
Yeah.
And they will close the doors to the street when the voice of he who grinds the grain will be humbled, and they will be disturbed at the sound of a flying thing, and all the daughters of song shall become deaf.
How
Yes.
specific?
Yes. Likewise, they will fear the things above them, and they will dread the way. The almond tree will flourish, the locust will be fattened, and the caper plant will be scattered, because men shall go into the house of his eternity, and the mourners shall wander around in the street. Before the silver cord is broken, and the golden band pulls away, and the pitcher is crushed over the fountain, and the wheel is broken above the cistern, and the dust returns to its earth from which it was, and the spirit returns to Skytus who granted it. Vanity of vanities, said Ecclesiastes, and all is vanity. And since Ecclesiastes was very wise, he taught the people and he described what he had accomplished. And while searching, he composed many parables. He sought use.
Did he compose the Stanley Parable?
No,
Oh.
otherwise it would be called the Ecclesiastes parable. Or maybe it's like his screen name. But considering how this is written, I don't think so. He sought
Do you have a screen name?
How about I screen your name?
You should.
I mean, do you really want me to?
Yes. Oh,
No.
God.
I'd rather not dox
Wow.
people on stream.
Wow.
I know it by heart. I just don't know how exactly to spell it, but close enough.
You know how to pronounce it?
Probably.
Well, I guess after the 3 minutes we're gonna have a Skype's pronunciation session.
I mean, I know, and I know people who could help me figure that out easily, so I'm not worried about that.
I also have a friend that could help me figure her out. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
He sought
Yeah.
useful words, and he wrote most righteous words which were full of truth. The words of the wise are like a goad, and like nails deeply fastened, which through the counsel of teachers are set forth by one pastor. You should require no more than this, my son, for there is no end to the making of many books. And excessive study is an affliction to the flesh. Ha, they did the A-word thing again. Let us all listen together to the end of the discourse. Fear Skytus and observe his commandments. This is everything for man. And so, for all that is done, and for each error, Skytus will bring judgment, whether it was good or evil.
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 The Eiffel.
Hey, Teras.
I'm in the middle of a map. I know.
I'm in the middle of a spreadsheet.
Well, that just sucks to be you. Then I'm done it.
I get. You know what? Let's go for a quick recap.
A recap would be useful because I have no idea what we just had. It wasn't just some arsehole.
I'm not going to recap the book. I'm just going to go over the funnies.
No, I'd rather you go over the book because I wasn't listening.
Okay, hold on. I will.
Oh no! 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 I
Hand over the book just for you.
I can just hear that Teras is hanging on by a thread. He's about to leave.
I am literally just about to fucking unfriend you from every fucking place.
You're so welcome for this. Okay, so now that we went over the entire Bible.
Hey, Egg.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me truly angry?
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Egg?
I don't think I have.
Well, would you like to? Because I am really close. Boy, is the fucking pot about to overboil. I'm actually fucking losing my will to live here.
What did I
And
miss?
Shut. Give me one moment.
What did I miss while I was gone? It seems like you're very upset over something that happened while I was AFK.
I will remove your spine segment by segment and then put it back in the wrong order. Or to put it in simpler terms, I will shuffle your spine like a deck of cards.
How many times are you gonna reuse the same thread and not go through with it?
Over and over again.
You
Until I
get it.
finally physically get my hands on you, in which case you're cooked.
Oh.
Can I be baked instead?
Well, I have to say, right, he's basically just threatening the same horrible torture over and over again and never following up on it. In other words, he's being very Christian.
Wow.
The eyes of a wise man are in his head.
Ooh,
What else?
what a revelation!
Oh yeah, we found
No,
out that
we're past Revelations.
we
We've
found
been there, done that.
Matrix Revelations.
We're not allowed to have revelations anymore.
You're not allowed to. That book is long gone.
We found out that wisdom can overflow.
Oh yeah, if you have more than 5,000 wisdoms, they'll just go into the pockets below.
A living dog is better than a dead lion.
That's a good one.
Cast your bread over running waters, for after a long time you shall find it again.
That is another really dumb thing.
And that's it. So, it
I
wasn't.
mean, I vibe with that book. It's great.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't amazing either.
It's just some guy who thinks he's better than everyone else,
I'm gonna be generous.
trying to convince everyone that he's better than everyone else. And honestly, I vibe with that.
Characters. Yeah, which characters? Exactly.
No, Eclaptius. That's like
Eucalyptus, exactly.
that guy.
Writing. I mean, the writing it was a little repetitive, but at least
Fuck you,
it wasn't that
Eucalyptus.
awful. So, 6 plot.
Oh,
I mean, there was not really much of a
Eukaryotic
plot.
cell.
So, 2 seems okay. Comedy. It was fairly short. So considering
Fairly
that,
short, actually, and had some of the best fucking dumb shit
it
we've had in a
had
long
some
time.
pretty good stuff. So
It had some fucking bangers. We've been missing those recently.
I think I'm gonna round up to an 8. I'm gonna be generous here, and then kinky. Was there anything kinky? I don't think so.
Not with that attitude. Unless you want to
Exactly.
include my peanuts.
Well, this book just got absolutely owned,
Right,
even
what have
though
we
it
got?
wasn't that terrible. But
Right, so characters. Yeah, there wasn't much, was there?
well, what about the enjoyability?
I think 6 was. I think no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. No, there was characters. I mean, this is just a story of a guy who thinks he's better than everyone else. You know, there's that is in fact a character trait described well. So they highlighted the guy. They got what he was going for. The writing was fine. There's nothing wrong with the writing. The plot, I mean. Well, the plot was a guy who thinks he's better than everyone else, trying to convince everyone he's better than everyone else.
Very
And-
relatable for you.
Yeah, exactly. So
Dunning-Kruger is-
I'll give it a 5. Well, I think an 8 is in fact a good amount of comedy, and there is in fact no kinky. So that is that's fine. Oh no, the average is dropping. Although well, this one was technically above. It was above average for
4.52.
I don't. My brain.
Which brain?
The average has been just slowly dropping.
Just like your brain.
My brand.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Do you know what else is going to be interesting?
Your mom?
That's what I was about to say.
I mean, why is it about to? Why not right now already?
Well, because you said it, so it's the moment's passed. It's over.
You have the high ground.
No.
Okay, then. If you insist.
I still haven't watched Star Wars.
And yet you know the quote.
Well, that's just because it's just been a fucking viral meme for the past, 10 years.
Yeah, right, yeah. A likely story.
The Song of Songs of Solomon.
Solomon.
Is that a song
No, it's my
about... So there are many songs about Solomon, and someone decided, well, let's make a song that encompasses all the songs.
Yes.
Or is it more of a summary of the songs?
Yes.
Or is it just a third perspective commentary on the songs?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we're about to find out, aren't we?
Teras, would you like to be the bride or the groom or the groom?
Grump.
Groom.
Well, I don't know. I think I've had enough grooming for 1 year, so I'm gonna go with bride.
Okay, well, Song of Songs 1. You may now start singing.
I'm not going to. I think I don't know what you imagined would happen when you said that, but that we both know that that's just not gonna happen. But in fact, you're more likely to get exercising than you are me.
I don't have that much money.
No, you really don't. Imagine having money.
Why would I want your
Actually,
knee?
I
What about
actually
my
have
own
money.
knee?
I actually have money.
I have both of my knees.
I'm literally hovering my mouse on the disconnect button from this conversation. I'm contemplating this very hard right now.
I have to wonder if I'm making this worse or better. Or maybe a bit of both.
Well, if you weren't here, then I would have disconnected from this call an hour ago.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't even started it. I would have just told Skytus to go fuck himself.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But if you weren't here, then he wouldn't be playing Path of Exile, so he wouldn't have much else to do. So I don't think that would all be accurate.
You're not playing Path of Exile
anymore.
Nevermore.
Song of Songs 1, Bride. May he kiss me with the kiss of his mouth.
I don't like that.
As opposed to the kiss.
I've had too much alcohol to listen to you be an idiot. I've literally been spiking my beer with more vodka, so it's
Groom to bride. It's so much better.
I'm gonna bride your groom.
So much better than wine are your Brestonians, fragrance with the finest perfumes.
Brestonians? Excuse me? What is a Brestonian?
It's exactly what you think it is.
Oh.
It's the best part of a woman.
God fucking damn it. Oh.
Bride to groom. Your name is oil that has been poured out.
Does it? Does it actually? It does. It actually does. It fucking does. I cannot believe that the Bible continues. The Bible never ceases to fucking disappoint.
No, the Bible just never ceases. That's the
it's literally written bride to groom followed by text. That has just why have they suddenly? I just read along a bit of this chorus to bride. I'm fucking done. Fuck that.
This book is good. Okay, you and your fucking horny erotic literature, you weirdo.
This isn't nah. Nah.
Bride to groom. Your name is oil that has been poured out. Therefore, the maidens have loved you. Draw me forward. Chorus
These
to
guys, you know you need guys.
nuts in your
That
mouth.
would make the production value so much more fucking hilarious.
Rob, if he would be here to sing.
You need one of those voice changers. They
Yeah.
can just switch on the fly.
Too annoying to set up with OBS, with all the filters.
Nah, it wouldn't be that bad.
I would have to send it through software first, which is always annoying.
Nah, it'll
How
be
much
fine.
do I get paid? Exactly.
Hey, Shadowcat, how much have you got? How much money have you got kicking out? How much spare income have you got?
It's what you would read instead of 50 Shades of Grey if you were a very religious, horny single woman.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is gonna be some kinky shit. Chorus to bride. We will run after you in the odor of your perfumes. Bride to chorus. The king has led me into his storerooms.
Is she talking to the chorus?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Chorus to bride. We will exalt and rejoice in you.
Person?
No, chorus is just a group of people who are just observing. You know, she's a bit
That's a choir.
No, it's a chorus now. He's a bit of an exhibitionist, so.
Oh.
Chorus to right. We will exalt and rejoice in you, remembering your Brestonians above why.
Brestonians.
I'm just gonna go on a spreadsheet about 10 on the kinky just to start off.
Group to bride. The righteous love you. Bride to chorus. Oh, daughters of Jerusalem, I am black, but shamefully.
Oh my.
Just go. Oh,
Lovely Brestonians you have.
Dude.
Oh yes.
Bride to chorus. Oh, daughters of Jerusalem, I am black, but shapely, like the skyless tents of Kina,
Wait,
like the tents of Solomon.
No. Hold on a second. Hold.
Like a sentence or two.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
I am black, but shapely.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
It's got a bit of curve to it, you know? It is bent.
Okay, I think I got a new favorite book already.
I'm sorry, Egg, but you should have had more alcohol.
I haven't had any alcohol.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, it hurts. Do not be concerned that I am dark, for the sun has changed my color.
No.
Wait. For the sun has changed my color.
She's crispy. She's fucking burnt.
So,
Fucking cooked in the sun.
so she was born white, but had so much exposure to the sun that she's now black. But shapely.
Yeah, we could call that sun tanning, ain't you?
Yeah, I just have never heard of a person that had so much of a tan that they claim that they are black. That's
Well,
just,
yeah, you've clearly not been on the internet for long enough.
apparently.
People have black face. That's a common one, that. That's fine, you're not missing out.
The sons of my mother have fought against me. They have made me the keeper of the vineyards. My own vineyard I have not kept. Is this a is this like a... What's the fucking word? I can't think of it.
A euphemism.
No, it's not euphemism. The other one. Is this a metaphor? She has not kept her own vineyard. Wink, wink.
I mean, to be fair, judging by the context thus
I
far,
was just
I'm gonna
about
go
to say,
yes.
are we really gonna scoff at that one? Bride to groom, reveal to me, you whom my soul loves, where you pasture, where you recline at midday, lest I begin to wander after the flocks of your companions.
I
no, wait,
take
there
me
was-
to your bedroom, woman.
Never mind, there was bride to groom. Reveal to me, you whom my soul loves, where you pasture, where you recline at midday, lest I begin to wander after the flocks of your companions. Groom to bride. If you,
So take me home or I'll just fucking find another idiot to follow.
basically,
Well,
groom to bride. If you yourself do not know, O most beautiful among sus women, then go out and follow after the steps of the flocks, and pasture your young goats beside the sky's tent of the shepherds. O my love, I have compared you to my company of horsemen against the chariots of Pharaoh.
Run up on boy again.
O my love, I have compared you to my company of horsemen against the chariots of Pharaoh.
Yeah, alright, okay. You carry on.
Your cheeks are beautiful, like those of a turtle dove. Your neck is like a bejeweled collar. Chorus to bride. We will fashion for you chains of gold, accented with red and silver. Bride to chorus. While the king was taking his rest, my aromatic ointment sent forth its odor. My beloved is a bundle of myrrh to me. He shall abide between my Bristoni. My beloved is a cluster of cypress grapes to me in the vineyard of Engadi.
Grapes exist.
Oh my fucking god. Groom to bride. Behold!
Oh no.
You are beautiful, oh my love. Behold! You are beautiful. Your eyes are those of a dove. Bride to groom. Behold! You are handsome, oh my beloved, and graceful. Our bed is flourishing. Groom to bride. The timbers of our houses are of cedar. Our ceilings are of cypress. That's the end of the song.
Oh, alright.
What the fuck is this?
That's fine. There's more songs.
Of course, but it's just what? Song of Songs 2. Bride. I am a flower of the open field and a lily of the steep valleys.
Aye.
Groom. Like a lily among sus the thorns, so is my loved one among sus the daughters. Bride to chorus. Like an apple tree among sus the trees of the forest, so is my beloved among sus the sons. I sat beneath the shadow of one whom I desired, and his fruit was sweet to my palate. He brought me into the storeroom of wine. He set charity in order within me. Prop me up with flowers, close me in with apples, for I languish through love. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand shall embrace me. Groom to chorus. I bind you by oath, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the does and the does? I don't know what. By the does and the stags of the open field, do not disturb or awaken the beloved, even for as long as she wills. Wait. Do not disturb or awaken the beloved, even for as long as she wills.
Yes, Sky, that's exactly what you think it is.
Okay, good.
You know, you gotta make the most of it while it's still warm. You know.
Yeah, that's why you gotta go to bed very quickly after peeing on yourself.
Fuck.
Bride to chorus. The voice of my beloved. Behold! He arrives leaping along the mountains, jumping across the hills. My beloved is like a doe, like a young stag. Lo, he stands beyond our wall, gazing through the windows, watching through the lattices. Lo, my beloved speaks to me. Groom to bride. Rise up quickly, my love, my dove, my shapely one, and advance. For winter has now passed. The rain has decreased and gone away. The flowers have appeared in our land. The time for pruning has arrived. The voice of the turtle dove has been heard in our land. The fig tree has brought forth its green figs. The flowering vines bestow their odor. Rise up, my love, my brilliant one, and advance. My dove in the clefts of the rock, in the hollows of the wall, reveal to me your face. Let your voice sound in my ears. For your voice is sweet, and your face is graceful. More like faithful. Chorus Chorus,
Anyway,
chorus to groom and bride. Capture for us the little foxes which are tearing down the vines, for our vineyard has flourished. Bride to chorus. My beloved is for me, and I am for him. He pastures among us the lilies until the day rises and the shadows decline. Bride to groom. Return, O my beloved, be like a doe, and like a young stag upon the mountains of Bether. But I hardly know her.
Skytis. It's done. It's over. It's finished. It's done.
All right, guys, that concludes the Old Testament. We're done. So next time, New Testament.
I don't think we're that far. We're just reading for today. I wouldn't put it up quite yet. You know, there's more eventually. You know, we can finish it.
Trust me. After reading this, I'm definitely gonna finish.
Send pics.
No, I want one more. The first one was too good.
You've already had two.
This is a short one, even.
Send Finland pics.
This better be a good one. Song of Songs 3. Bride. On my bed throughout the night I sought him whom my soul loves. I sought him and did not find him. Have you tried opening your eyes? I will rise up and I will circle through the city, through the side streets and thoroughfares. I will seek him whom my soul loves. I sought him and I did not find him. The watchers who guard the city found me. The watchers who guard the city found me. Wait, who's saying that? Have you seen him whom my soul loves? When I had passed them by, oh my fucking god, help! I'm having a seizure. When I had passed by them a little, I found him whom my soul loves. I held him and I would not release him until I would bring him into my mother's house. I thought this was going to go somewhere else. And into the chamber of her who bore me. Okay, well, I mean,
that's
that works as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Groom to chorus. I bind you by oath, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the does and the stags of the open field, not to disturb or awaken the beloved until she wills. Okay, so yeah, we're just intoxicating her until, yep. Chorus to groom. Who is she who ascends through the desert like a staff of smoke from the aromatics of myrrh and frankincense and every powder of the perfumer? Chorus to bride. Lo, 60 strong ones out of all the strongest in Glasgow stand watch at the bed of Solomon. I was really wondering where this is gonna go. At the bed of Solomon, all holding swords and well trained in warfare, each one's weapon up on his thigh because of fears in the night. Bride to chorus. King Solomon made himself a portable throne from the wood of Lebanon. He made its columns of silver, the reclining place of gold, the ascent of purple, the middle he covered well, out of charity for the daughters of Jerusalem. O daughters of Zion, go forth and see King Solomon with the diadem with which his mother crowned him on the day of his espousal, on the day of the rejoicing of his heart. What a fucking mediocre one. That's more like that felt more like a tease, like, oh no, is this gonna get really king? Oh no, never mind. It's like the real tease one, but nope. Where's my meme?
Unfortunately, the meme has been cancelled due to lack of interest, and so has the continuation of the current Bible session.
Wow. You couldn't even find a face to reveal. You couldn't even find a meme to interrupt the Bible.
Well, we had the face reveal.
I found that.
Yeah, exactly. That was my intention all along.
Yeah, but I asked you to find one, and you didn't.
No. But that wasn't the idea. When I set the face reveal up thing, that was to see what you'd come up with. That was my point. That was my reason behind doing this.
Yeah, so basically you're just saying you've been extra lazy and haven't done anything.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Well, no, I've done stuff. I've done something. I've been playing PoE this whole time.
Are you proud of
Boy,
yourself?
have I made a lot of currency during those 2 hours.
Okay, and how much is my share?
Well, if you're actually playing, you would have had a share. But once again, just like the current Bible reading session, your share has been cancelled due to lack of interest.
Oh no, there's a very high interest on the share. In fact, it's 20%.
Well, if you make a character
Per
and
day.
make it to maps, I'll give you your share.
I'll get back to you next week.
It's only valid for duration of this league.
That you can't change the terms afterwards.
Nah, nothing's actually been agreed or finalized.
No, you silently agreed by being on here.
That's not how that works.
I am the largest Skytus.
That's completely irrelevant to the subject at hand.
And you're too weak to open a jar.
Well, in my defense, I just can't open a jar. I'm just getting old.
Jar, hate to see it.
It's fine. Tomorrow I won't have that issue. Hopefully, if it fucking works.
Yeah, tomorrow.
If I still can't open it with the jar raid, then we're gonna have a problem.
Jar raid? Hold. I have questions.
He's got weak hands.
In my defense, I'm intoxicated. Okay.
That's not a defense. That's an incrimination.
Well, it's not illegal unless I'm in a public place, so we're fine.
It's a public place.
Only
Yes,
if you lick it.
you're not allowed to be drunk in a pub legally.
Unless you lick the seat first.
It's one of the funnier laws we have in the UK. Not that anyone would convict you or give you a slap for or anything. Unless you're absolutely fucking plastered beyond comprehension. But it is in fact illegal to be drunk in a pub in the UK.